Okay, we're back. Unfortunately, Screencastify will not let me show that video, so you will need to go ahead into the URL here and watch it on your own. It is only 5 minutes, okay? And then go ahead and come back to our screen share and we'll answer the rest of our questions together. Okay, so let's come back to it. And number 17 says, what's a piece of information that you found the most interesting or something you didn't already know? You can put whatever you want in here, anything from the video that you found interesting. I'm going to put that the Republicans believe a strong military is the key to a successful and safe nation. Okay. All right, so let's look at apply. All right, so we're looking at our spectrum sheet again to help us. We're going to answer the questions on this pear deck by choosing whether or not the ideology is based upon a conservative Republican Party or a liberal Democratic Party ideology. We're going to answer the questions on the pear deck, and that is a completion grade worth 10 points. So let's double check that we can still get into this. And the link is on that HyperDoc, so all you have to do is click it. You will not see it on this video, but all you need to do is click it, and I will talk about it without showing it on the screen. If that makes sense. It will not let me show more than one tab at a time. So let's go ahead and open this up. You have to select your account. Excuse me. Sorry. It's loading. Okay, it's loaded up. All right, so it's going to ask you how you're feeling today. I'm feeling okay. So I'm going to see that. Okay. All right, so the first slide says, read each opinion statement on the slides that follow. Choose whether the statements are something a Democrat or Republican would typically support. Use your notes that Ms. Farah gave you. Next slide. Slide number 1 says, national government should tax less to allow citizens to decide how to best spend their money. Is that a Democrat or a Republican? The answer is Republican. Number 2. When companies are less regulated with rules, they are able to compete more effectively and create jobs. So who is for less government rules and regulations? Democrats or Republicans? Republicans is correct. Businesses should follow more government rules to make sure that they are not polluting the environment. So who's for more government rules? Democrats or Republicans? Democrats is correct. Our government has an obligation to provide for all of its citizens basic necessities like food and social programs. Who believes in more of a welfare state, providing more support for people who need it? Democrats or Republicans? Democrats is correct. Marriage equality and pro-choice are important issues. Who believes that these are, one, important issues, and two, that they are in support of these things? Democrats or Republicans? Democrats. One way to reduce crime would to limit the sale and possession of firearms. So who is for limiting the sale or possession of guns? Democrats or Republicans? Democrats. Good. The federal government should fund programs designed to reform those convicted of felonies. So who is for more federal programs that will help some incarcerated people to come out successfully and to be reformed and to be able to participate in society? Democrats or Republicans? Democrats is correct. Crimes can be reduced by enforcing stricter penalties and longer jail sentences on criminals. So who is for more consequences for people who break the law? Democrats or Republicans? Republicans. Government should fund alternative energy projects. So things like windmills and solar farms and hydro farms. Who is in support of those things? Democrat Party or Republican Party? Democrat. The Supreme Court should allow school-supported prayer in public schools. So who is for and support of school prayer in public schools? Democrats or Republicans? Republicans is correct. Success is based on personal responsibility. This one's tricky. What do you think? Which party believes it's the job of the individual to work hard in order to succeed and rely less on government help. Democrats or Republicans? Republicans. Government laws should ensure that marriage remains traditional. That means between one man and one woman. Who is in support of that? Democrats or Republicans? Republicans is correct. And that is the last slide. So you have answered 13 questions, and that will be marked in HyperDoc. So you should be cool with that. All right, the next part talks about sharing with the person next to you. You do not need to do that part because you do not have the person next to you. So we're going to go ahead and skip that and look at the reflect. So my first question is, do you think you may agree with one party more than the other? A blend of the two? What about neither? So this is the place where you're going to put your answer, your belief. This is an opinion question. There's no right or wrong. So go ahead and put like one sentence or two sentences is fine. Whatever you think right here. Number 18. And then you're going to put there whether you agree with one party or another, or maybe both for some things, or neither. Why you said that for 19. What made you feel that way? Maybe one or two sentences here. And then number 20 is, are there any similarities between the two parties? So are there any things that are the same? Or roughly the same? I think one thing that I would put on number 20 is I believe that both parties want to help their constituents. Those are the people that they work for. The citizens, the voters. I believe that both parties ultimately want to help their constituents. That's why they get into public service. You could put something different if you want to. All right, this part says, if you want to see where you fall on the political spectrum, move on to the personality quiz found below in the extend section. So you are welcome to do this one, extend. It is not required to do this part. Okay. If you do complete this part, then go ahead and answer the questions that are down here. Were you surprised with the results? Yes or no, and why? And then which politician was a match for you in the results? That will pop up when you take that quiz, if you decide to. All right, girl. That is the end of this activity. So you have done all of the blanks. And you've answered all of your questions. So you would go ahead back to the Google Classroom assignment, and you're going to go ahead and click Turn In. And that is done. Thank you so much for participating. See you later.